I believe I would change gods. Can I get a witness? Yeah, and looking at the term God, a God is someone or something that we give worship to. Can I get a witness? Well, if this is true, then everybody has some kind of God. Can I get a witness? Some people worship their automobile. Some worship their houses. Some worship their money. Can I get a witness? And that becomes a kind of God to them. Can I get a witness? Some people end up worshiping idol gods. But the question is, I pose today is, who are you serving? The big God or the little God? Well, in doing this, I would like to look at two gods. A big God and a little God. Well, looking at the little God, let us notice his reaction. Let us notice his ability. And let us notice his capacity. The little God is that God that makes it difficult, hear me now, for some people to sit on the same pew with their next door neighbor. Can I get a witness? That little God is the God that makes people so wide awake before they get to church and so sleepy once they get to church. Is that right? I'm talking about the little God. That little God is a God that makes people know how everybody's business is supposed to be run. Yet he cannot inform them how they should run their own business. Can I get a witness? That's why God gave us 12 months in the year. 6 months to mind our own business, and the other 6 months to leave everybody else's business alone. Can I get a witness? Yeah, a little God will make people say amen, shout, get happy off some preaching. Then make them look like a dead person off of other preaching. Can I get a witness? Although that same preaching can come out of the same Bible, saying the same thing to the same people, doing the same hour, in the same service, in the same church, with the same God. Can I get a witness? I'm talking about a little God. Come on now. Little God is a God that can make a whole lot of people end up in life playing two roads. A white road and a bad road. For instance, they could be filled with the Spirit one minute, and then filled with the devil the next minute. Can I get a witness? So much so that they can come right in the church door with the wrong spirit. They go right out of the same door that they came in with the same spirit. Can I get a witness? I'm wondering today, are you serving who? Are you serving the big God or the little God? Then I'm wondering, is your God big enough to make you love those who hate you? I'm wondering, is your God big enough to make you pray for those who persecute you, who say all manner of evil against you falsely for Christ's sake? Can I get a witness? I'm wondering, is your God big enough to make you give some little boy, a hungry boy or girl, a piece of bread today? I'm wondering, is your God big enough? Can you tell me, who are you serving? The big God or the little God? Can I get a witness? Well, St. Paul says, my God shall supply all your need. Now, I've already said, if your God is not that big, then evidently he's too small. Is that right? I'm sure that there are many people in this world who have been misled in their lifetime, who are still standing somewhere mixed up and confused, who have for some reason been instructed to worship the little God. Can I get a witness there? There is another God that I think that we should know about today. And he is the big God. I believe the Israelites had this experience once with the big God. Well, here in our text, we find that Israel's weakness was serving the little God. Joshua here, you see, was their leader. And Moses, their former leader, had gone off the scene. Can I get a witness? But before he did, he had trained Joshua to be able to take the role when he was no longer the leader of the Israelites. Can I get a witness? Yeah, and so Joshua had to charge Israel to serve the Lord. For you see, they were serving too many gods. Yeah, this marked an example of a paganistic society. For instance, some served the gods which their ancestors served. That was on the other side of the flood. And then some served the gods of the Amorites, in whose land they were living on. So you see, they were serving many gods. And that's why Joshua had to tell Israel that if it seemed evil unto them to serve the Lord, to choose you this day whom you will serve. Can I get a witness? In other words, if you're going to serve the big God, then serve him. If you're going to remain serving the little gods, knowing that they can't do it for you, then serve them. Can I get a witness? But I don't know about you, but as for me and my house, the house that we are rejoicing in, the house that we sing praises and give honor to God in, the house that we are supposed to have love in, the house that we are supposed to be real in, if we hold fast to the confidence of the hope firm unto the end, guess what? We will serve the Lord. Can I get a witness? We will serve the big God. Can I get a witness? So that's what Israel was doing. They had broken up into a classification of choosing between the big God and the little God. But you ought to have only one God to serve, and that is God himself. I heard somebody say, you cannot serve God and mammon too. Can I get a witness? And I'd like to say to you, for those of you, if you're serving the little God, why you want to let this day be marked as one of the greatest turning points in the whole history of your Christianity. Can I get a witness? For you see, it's no time to play church. We got to be real, and we got to be about our Father's business. Can I get a witness? Put away that mess and let's do what the Lord has us to do. Can I get a witness? Because that mess ain't doing nothing but making us go further and further behind instead of pushing on towards the mark that Paul said for the Christ. Can I get a witness? Yeah, when it came to the end and almost a test, the people who had submitted and subscribed themselves the servant of the gods soon found themselves in a terrible situation. How terrible it was for them that one wrong, different life could have an upset on a whole group of other lives. One wrong, different life could have an infection that could be passed on to hurt a whole group of other lives. Is that right? The infection will spread and the hurt will go on and on. Can I get a witness? For you see, idol worshiping has spread among Israel and among God's people, and had created an atmosphere of a paganistic society, which caused a choice of choosing between the big God and the little God. Can I get a witness? But you see, the big God